game on here in particular, and this is the only way that you can officially play this game. Out of anything, this is the only way you can play it. That game right there. If I can zoom the right way. There we go. Tetris Plus 2. And some of you might know that Tetris Plus, the original, on the PS1, is actually my favourite version of Tetris. So I am super duper excited to check this out. And here's how it looks on the menu screen. I'll just try and adjust my camera a little bit. There we go. And the console itself is really boring, but there is one interesting thing. The controller that it comes with is actually just a regular 6-button Mega Drive pad, but obviously because it's an unofficial one, the D-pad's not very nice. But you can use the controller port to just plug in a regular Mega Drive controller, so that's really cool. There are a lot of other games on here as well. I haven't really had a look through the list because I literally just wanted it for Tetris Plus 2 and nothing else, so it's really cool to actually be able to hold this because I've been looking at it online for like 2 years at this point, maybe even longer, since I found out there was an official way to play it. So anyway, let's have a look at the other list of games on here first. We have Aladdin there. I presume that's the Mega Drive version of Aladdin, and not the SNES one. So it mostly seems like a mix of... Okay, that's a weird menu system. So if you go to the edge of the screen, it actually takes you back to the menu on the end, and you have to go down here to look through them. Let's see what else is on here. Anything that catches our eye. City Connection's an interesting one. Dig Dug. So a lot of 80s and early 90s computer games. Arcade games, should I say. For some reason this tripod keeps making the camera go wonky recently. There we go. So yeah, just a bunch of random, very early 90s arcade games. Some of them I've never even heard of. Like, what's that? Gourmet Sentai Bare Yarrow. No idea what that one is. Or this one. Generals of the Yang Family. Okay. Never heard of any of these either. Iron Commando. Weird compression on the images as well. Jim Power, I've heard of that one. Joe and Mac, yeah. Jumpman Jr., that's not a Donkey Kong ripoff at all. Okay. Interesting set of games. Pac Panic's a pretty fun Tetris style game. Sky Fox. When you can't have Star Fox. Space Invaders Deluxe. Space Fury, don't know what that one is, looks very, very simple. So yeah, it's random that it's got all these really early arcade games, and then in there, in the mix, randomly, is Tetris Plus 2! And that is the whole reason that I bought this. The Humans is meant to be good. Tin Head looks familiar as well. Thunderbolt 2 might be a cool vertical scrolling shooter. And on the final page, Top Gear, really cool soundtrack for that game. Zaxxon is a classic. And Zombies Ain't My Neighbours, obviously. But anyway, we are here to play Tetris Plus. Oh, I'm so happy that there's an official way to play this. Don't crash on me. Come on, where is it? Where is it? Oh, thank God. I was getting worried for a second. Here it is. Tetris Plus 2. Many years ago at uni, I played through Tetris Plus 1 with a friend. So start and up is menu. Let's see. Oh, nice. You can choose how many coins to put in. Scan line filter. Doesn't look too bad, actually. But we'll leave it off for now. There's a bit of a delay. I don't know whether that's just me hearing a delay on here. Let me change where my headphones are hearing the audio from. Game capture monitor off. Oh no, it's going to start playing without me. Get to choose 2 characters, the assistant or the professor. Let's try putting the headphone sound on here instead. Okay, there's a delay anyway. Okay. It seems alright now. Let me go back on HDMI 2. Yeah, the sound's really delayed. I don't know. Let's try and reset. There's a delay coming from somewhere. Is it from the stream? Is it from my headphones? Let's wait for it to boot back up. How's everyone doing tonight anyway? This was kind of an unplanned stream. And I just realised that I spelled flashback wrong. Oh, it sounds even worse now. I'm going to give it a full restart. Bear with me a second, guys. Doesn't seem like there's anyone here yet anyway, so that's okay. Let's stop the recording. Let's boot it back up again. I don't know whether it sounded bad on the stream or not. Okay, that sounds fine. Fingers crossed. Maybe it's because I started recording before it had had time to switch into the right resolution, because it does say no signal for a minute there. Then you've got to wait for the game to boot up. Oh yeah, that's better. Alright, we are sorted. That's because it didn't like the change in resolution. Yay! And we have got a little bit of a story going on here as well. Ancient people were more advanced than we thought. For those of you that don't know, Tetris Plus is kind of a weird puzzle take on Tetris. And it looks like we get to choose between easy and hard all the way across, so let's first of all play through the easy courses and then we can move our way up to the harder ones. So this one's going to be super simple. Basically, what you need to do is clear the blocks so that the professor can go down to the bottom and then move on to the next level. There's still a bit of a delay going on. I don't know whether you guys can hear that it's a little delayed or not. But at least the controls aren't, so that's fine. Okay, and then because there's only one option there, we have to take the easy path. This is quite different to the PlayStation and Saturn one, where you don't have a choice with what level you actually take. There we go, that's it. Very easy. I'm looking forward to tackling some of the harder stages. Every time I get one of the retro handheld systems, I always test out Tetris Plus first. So I was really excited to try this tonight. Stuck. Maybe it's the emulation. Maybe, I know AtGames aren't really the most respected company when it comes to emulating things. But it feels fine, so I can take a little bit of slightly delayed sound effects. I'm just glad there's an official way to play this. I only found out because I was looking up Tetris Plus 2 because I knew it existed. And yeah, this is the only way to play it on this Legends Flashback console, which is a really random place to have the game. They must have got the license off Gileco, was it? I can't remember who made this one. It is a bit frustrating here and it's so delayed though. Ah! He's gonna get squashed! Ah! Bonk. Oh well, unlimited continues. Oh, yeah, there's up and start is the pause menu. Looks like we've got save slots as well, which is pretty cool. This menu's laggy though. Like you can tell it probably uses some cheap Android backend to it. Something different about this version compared to the original on PS1. Seems like you got bombs now, which was never really there before. Huh, there we go. Yeah, you got some treasure. Oh, okay, the treasure actually adds up. Right, now we have a choice between two. I'm going to stick on the left first, and then when we play through the levels again, we can move over to the right. Ooh, this is new as well. Electric shock makes the character unable to move. You can break a trap by placing the block on top of it. Okay. Like that? Okay, that's different. Okay, maybe these levels are a bit too easy. A bit weird there's no, like, fanfare sound when you finish the level. What? Literally didn't need to do anything that time. He's happy anyway, he gets more treasure. I'm looking forward to checking out some of the harder levels. And to pass the time tonight, I have white chocolate fingers. And apparently if you find one that's crossed over, you can win a prize. What's going on now? Professor, you got taller. No crossed finger for me. What is that? What's up, dude? It must be the inhabitant of the ruin. Be serious, it's a stick. Okay. It is literally just a stick. What was going on there? Oh no. He got zapped. Well, there we go. Path clear. This is a lot easier than the PlayStation one so far. I don't really know what sort of threat those things actually pose anyway. Just do that to take them out. Oh no! Ah, I should have put that one down there instead. I've filled in all the gaps I needed to clear. Okay, this will help. Go down, quick! He's making some weird noises. Beep, 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 beep. I haven't got anywhere to put that either. And this still plays by the old Tetris rules as well, so you got no hold or hard drop. Okay, just need to make him go over there. Oh no, there's still another row to clear. Yeah, we can do that to get rid of one. I'm sorry, dude, you're gonna die. Oh no. He's dead. Ah, bonk. Let's keep going. How much money would this cost in a real arcade? I'd be so excited if I found this in a real arcade. If I ever get an arcade cabinet, I'll try and get the PCB for Tetris Plus. Or Tetris Plus 2, I guess. Ah, I blocked him off again. Okay, we can recover from that. Yeah, there we go. See, that's what makes this different about regular Tetris. In normal Tetris, you would never build a tower like that. And he found a pig. Oh, thank you. I wonder if you just get to the end of the alphabet and then that's all the stages, and it loops round. This one looks easy. I said that, I'm probably going to really struggle on it. Okay, that's it. We just need to get him to go around the other side now. If he gets hit by that, I wonder whether he'll just fall down. Oh, not quite. That would have been funny, just watching him fall and get to the treasure. We can just keep throwing these blocks over here now. As long as he wakes up. Oh, do I have to put something on him to wake him up? Okay, that makes more sense. That explains why they're more of an issue. Yay, here we go. It's a bit weird. It sounds like the game's sort of missing sound effects or something. I'm sure the original had more going on. Hey, there we go, another easy victory. Clear. The only reason I'm able to play this tonight, by the way, is because I've already got tomorrow's video finished. So Thursday for me is usually a video editing evening. But I was a little bit ahead of myself for once, so I can afford to relax and just play something for a change. And I was really excited to play this. In fact, the reason I was able to buy this, because this console here that I'm playing it on, this was like 50 something quid. But I wrote a article for an upcoming book, and I got paid for that the other day. So as soon as I got paid, I went onto my eBay wish list and had a look at what I'd got saved on there. And there was one of these in stock, so I thought, why not treat myself? As a way of making the effort worthwhile. Because I have been looking at this for years. But I always thought, 50 quid for one game, when I could just emulate it. Maybe it's not worth it, but yeah, it's good to treat yourself every once in a while. It felt really good because it's like I'd earned that money by writing the article. Ah! Hey, Retro Jim. What am I playing it on? I'm playing it on the only way you can actually play this game, which is this. The Legends Flashback 2019 edition in particular. And there it is. The only official home release of this game, which is so weird. And it's got a bunch of other games on there as well, but I wasn't really interested in any of the other ones. And I've had this in my wish list since 2019 when it came out, when they announced that this was the only official way to play this game, which is so strange. So I'm glad I finally got it. The console itself, I don't know whether you'll be able to see, because it's kind of squashed in the corner, but there it is. It's literally just a little black box with a Mega Drive controller port, which is really weird. But yeah, that's a very unique way of playing the game, I guess. And until then, it's only been arcade only, so to see it as part of this collection was like, I need to get this. Because Tetris Plus is my favourite Tetris game. I just love this puzzle mode. I love the concept of trying to help someone out move through a stage like this and solving puzzles at the same time. It's just a really cool idea. It does have a pretty cool soundtrack too. Ah, this is new for this version though, you never used to get electrocuted like this. So yeah, I was saying that I managed to buy this console thanks to being paid for writing for a Game Boy book that's going to come out later this year. I wrote an article in there, not about homebrew for once. I wrote an article about Datel's third-party Game Boy offerings. There's some really interesting stuff that I wanted to talk about. So to get paid for that, I spent half the money on this console and the other half I put towards this new lens actually that I'm using right now. I would love to try and make a game in this style as well. I had an idea for one a while back. I guess I can share the idea while we're just chatting. The game was going to be called Late for Work, and it would basically be like an open-ended version of this kind of Tetris Plus gameplay where you don't directly control the character, you just control the blocks or things going on around him, and you would have to try and adjust his route to work by like moving the blocks around and stuff. Like there'd be a construction site blocking his path, or you'd have to like lift up cars and move them, or put down springs to make him jump over pits and stuff, and he would constantly be moving to the right or turn around if he got hit by anything. And it was going to sort of be an open-ended puzzle slash side-scrolling adventure game. I didn't really think much further than that, but I thought it was a cool concept. But it never got outside of the concept phase. Although, when I managed to get Super Donuts up and running again, and I can finally move on from using Stencil, I've been considering checking out Godot game engine. So I'm definitely going to try and make something in that this year. I don't know what it's going to be. Ah! And he hit his head. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm definitely going to try and make something. Maybe a Tetris Plus style game? Or maybe just a straightforward platformer to begin with, just to get used to the engine. But I really want to make some like smaller arcade style experiences too. And I want to put more stuff on my itch.io page, because it's been empty for like 5 years at this point. I had a bit of analysis paralysis after I finished Super Donuts, and I could not decide how to move on from Stencil game engine. So I think I'm going to learn Godot now. It seems like the best idea. using open source is always good. We'll have to kind of learn how to write in Python style script, because that's what GD script uses. There is a C# version which I'm more familiar with, but the documentation for the C# one's not as full-featured. I'm gonna die again, aren't I? Don't go up there! Oh my god, I thought I'd saved him there. You want to make a game as well, and you start to dislike it? Oh no. What sort of game were you making? And what engine were you using as well? Yeah, Python seems like a really nice language. It's really succinct. It'll take a while to get used to not having to do curly brackets and everything. Because for those of you that don't know, Python is literally just done by how tabbed in the code is as to where it fits in the function or whatever. And I've not really experienced Python much before. I've played around with it a little bit, just with some tutorials. Oh, cool. Yeah, I know Ruby. Ruby on Rails is it for web development. There was a game engine that I was looking at a while back that actually used Ruby. I can't remember what it was though. What do you make in Ruby? I'm always interested in people who have programming jobs. Mine's kind of a programming job, in my day job anyway. I've been using PowerShell recently, which is horrible, and Power Automate, which Microsoft just updated, and I still hate the fact that you can't save anything properly. In fact, on my other computer right now I've actually got a Power Automate script open because it won't let me save a draft. So I'm going to have to leave the computer on overnight and then start it again tomorrow morning. And hope it hasn't closed the page down. It's such a stupid idea by Microsoft. Like, why would you not let people save just because there's an error in the code? Like, you expect it to be fully working on the first attempt. And it's not a simple things either. There's like loads of variables that all need well, basically splitting out and then composing back together again. And there's just no way of doing that without doing it all in one go. And I'm not spending all night programming a script when I could be playing Tetris instead. Screw your work, you can wait till tomorrow. Ruby on Rails is your bread and butter, nice. What have you been building in it, if you don't mind me asking? Or what do you use it for? Ah! I didn't even notice he was that far up the screen then. I wonder what happens after... I just realised this level's a chicken. Oh, wait, that's super easy! Oh, I need to free him first. Whoops. Sorry, and then put that one there to make him turn around the right way. A while back I was researching what other kind of puzzle games play like this, and there's a really cool series called Guson Oyoyo, and that's kind of where the Tetris Plus idea came from, I believe. So I want to try and get all them games at some point. Hey, we found someone. I don't know what that weird stick is. A silly stick like this is her husband. What the hell? Honey, let's leave for the honeymoon. What? Honeymoon? Eh? They just flew off with a spaceship? Ancient people are strange. Hey, we did it! Tetris Plus 2 complete. Ancient people are strange. What a interesting story. While the credits go, I'll go and find that Guson game and show you what it's like. I've got two, I think. One on the Super Famicom. Yeah, I found them. Here's some of the games that I was talking about. This series here. Gusun Oyoyo and Gusun Oyoyo S. If I can get it the right way around. There we go. So, I don't know whether you'll be able to see on the back there, but it's basically the same kind of game. So you have blocks falling from the top, and then you have a character walking around inside the level. So basically an entire game that's kind of like the Tetris Plus puzzle mode. And I would love to try and get the other ones, but they're very expensive for some reason. Especially the sequel to this one on the Super Famicom is like £200, £300 at this point, which is just insane. So I'm so glad I've got those two, because even these have gone up in price quite a lot now. So really happy to have them as part of the collection. Let's see what Retro Jim said. Nothing exciting. Develop property tech. Big companies manage their real estate. Products for monitoring real estate performance. Actually, I work in kind of property management as well. So I work for different local councils around the UK and build their document management systems for them. Again, the job's boring, but the problem solving is the interesting part. So we're actually quite similar in that sense with the jobs. Should we try playing as the assistant? I always say it's fun because I'm learning new concepts and ways of thinking, and it pays for the game collection. So without that, I wouldn't be able to get things like this. So it's worth doing for now. And I have to do all the demos for the customers as well, so whenever we make a new add-on to the application that we built, I'll be the one phoning them up and talking them through it and things like this. Oh no, I clicked on easy again. Whoops. I want to restart actually, so we can try the next level. She does move a lot faster though, I just saw that. Pays for the gaming habits. Yeah. Does this sound a bit off? Hopefully it's... Oh, should I be using a 6-button controller? Apparently there's a bomb on the X button, but I'm only using the 3-button one. Hold on. Let's swap it to the official controller. Oh, I guess while we've got it unplugged, if I go on... I'll go on main camera for a sec. I'll show you what the console looks like for this, because it is really boring. So, this was the box for it. Looks really cool, really exciting, really colourful, right? I was really excited to get it through the post. The console is that. Just that, with a HDMI port and a SD card in the back. The most boring looking console ever, and then on the front it's got 2 Mega Drive controller ports. And it did come with these 6-button fake third-party Mega Drive controllers. But the D-pad's very kind of squidgy. Kind of more like a Saturn controller, I guess, but it has a Mega Drive end on it, which is kind of weird. But apparently I was missing out on some buttons, so let's get it plugged back in. I don't have much room over there because all the HDMI cables are routed into the desk. I have such a convoluted setup under the table. Yeah, it's one of the At Games. There you go. You can see the logo right there. At Games Flashback. At Games Flashback 101 2019 edition. It has to be the 2019 edition because it's the only one that contains Tetris Plus 2 for some reason. And I think this music is just glitchy. And At Games aren't really known for their quality products, so we'll take what we can get. Weird having the start button in the middle, I'm used to it being at the top. Alright, let's try again! And we can go through the normal set of levels this time. So, tell me about some of the games that you were working on in the past. That you gave up on. Hopefully you find something one day that's interesting enough for you to carry on through to the end. Okay, let's try level B. Wow, she's constantly running. Okay, that's the difference. Oh, this controller is so weird feeling. In a minute, I might go and see whether I can find my official 6-button controller instead. Or maybe we'll get used to this. The buttons are really tall. Like, you can see how far up they go on the side. That's so weird. The artwork and the sprite work that makes it difficult to continue. Yeah, I struggle with art as well. I suppose you can outsource it or use placeholders. But yeah, I see what you mean. Like, you've got something in your head and you want that to be a reality, and it just doesn't look anything like how you actually want it to. Yeah, there we go. I want to try and play all the levels in this, so I'm not really sure how, because of the weird puzzle bubble structure of it. So I guess F next. Maybe I should make a note of which levels I've played. Yeah, we get to worry about the electric shocks this time. And we'll check out the regular Tetris mode as well, because this does have regular endless Tetris too. I don't have anywhere to put... Oh no! I messed up there. I did not mean to put that there. Okay, you're dead. Go on then, keep climbing. You want to get the dev done with free sprites and swap them out when they get outsourced. That's probably the best way to go, and then you can just focus on getting it to feel how you want it to. When I was making my game originally, I used stuff from Free Sprite Resource, is it? Free Game Art, I think it's called. Free Game Art. And you can just basically type in whatever you want. And then, yeah, when you've got far enough to be able to hire someone to work on the game, you can just give them a description of what you want it to look like. When I was making my game ages ago, literally just asked on Reddit, like, does anyone want to be a sprite artist for my game? Here's the ideas. And I had a bunch of people message me, and then someone sent me their portfolio, and it looked like they could do the kind of style that I wanted, that could match whatever else I'd already got. So that's probably the best way of going about it. But be warned, if you post on Reddit, there's going to be thousands of people going like, hire me, hire me, hire me. So you really do have to like sift through loads of applications before you find someone any good. I like playing as this girl, she's a lot faster. Right. We're just going to keep going down the second column then, I guess, for now. Looks like on the next level down we'll end up playing that one twice, so... She's going to get zapped. Waya! Was that 4? I wonder whether I can spin that round. Ah! It didn't let me. Now I'm going to wait to clear that whole section out. You can see what I was trying to do. I don't have anywhere to put that. There, I guess, that works. Don't have anywhere to put that either. Okay, okay, come down. We can fix this. Or maybe not. Yeah, we can do it! That was some good saves there. Ah, no, what do I do with that? I have to put it down there, I suppose. And then... Stay in there! Stay there! Stay there! Okay, we got this! This is close. Oh my god. Yes, just need to clear that one gap. Don't climb up! Yeah, we did it! That was close. That was the most fun level so far. Yay. You know what's really weird about this? If you ever look on the bottom right there, where the player 2 thing's flashing, it says, player 2 can't join right now. This was an arcade game built on arcade hardware that has space for 2 players. And it's really weird because the PS1 and the Saturn version of this game, well, the first one, has 2-player support for the puzzle mode. So the fact that the puzzle mode in Tetris Plus 2 doesn't have multiplayer doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's just the same cutscene. I was hoping there would be a different one. What's up, dude? There we go to level M. This one looks familiar. Was this the same as in the first game? Oh no, this is going to be hard because I'm going to have to clear the inside of this one somehow. And that doesn't even have anywhere to go. Why are you giving me ones that way around? Go back down there. Try and keep stuff on this side. Okay, she's dead. She's dead! Okay. She's dead. Pressing the wrong button. Every time that sound goes off, I think something's happening on Twitch. It sounds like some sort of alert. This game was made long before Twitch existed. And this game will probably still be around long after Twitch dies. The slow death that it seems to be going through. Like everything else in the industry. My god, what is going on in this industry? I saw the news earlier that Microsoft is shutting down Toys for Bob. Which is so sad, because I was really hoping for a new original Spyro game, but it sounds like that will never happen now. Unless they outsource it to someone else. I don't even know what happens to the IP at this point. I was having a rant with a friend at work earlier about the state of the games industry. How they're just pushing for bigger and bigger budget games and they can't make their money back. What's the best thing to do here? Go down there? don't know what to do here. Valuette Own. What am I playing this on? I will show you in a minute. I'll just finish this stage. It's quite an interesting story around how I'm actually playing this, because it is not an easy game to get a hold of. And when I found out that there was an official release, I had to try and track this down. And it's taken me 4 years to get one. Mostly just because I didn't want to spend that much money on buying the specific system that this game's on, because I wasn't really interested in anything else on there. But a few days ago I got paid for writing an article in a book, and I thought I would treat myself when I got the money through, so I decided to buy this as a kind of present to myself for doing the work. Basically it's one of those 101 mini consoles with a collection of arcade games on. And this one just happened to have Tetris Plus 2, which is really random because it's never been released on anything else before, ever. I'll quickly go on camera and show you. It was this. At Games Legends 100. And it specifically has to be the 2019 version. Which is why it took me so long to find this, because I kept finding either earlier or later ones that have a different number of games on, but not that particular set of games that this one does. So I was actually really excited when it came through the post earlier and I saw that box. Because it's literally been on my eBay wishlist now for about 4 years. Well, since I found out about it in 2019, so 5 years. And it's just so cool to have this game, because the first Tetris Plus is my favourite Tetris game. So I know I could emulate it, and I have done it in the past, but it's just cool to have an official version. Oh nice, we got a new mechanic here. Trapped characters can be released from bubbles by placing a block on top of it. Okay. Like, does it pop it? Oh. Okay, interesting. So it'll just completely stop. That shouldn't be too hard to fix. It might be hard to get rid of the gap right there at the bottom. I might have to give up on this one. Maybe we can find a way around it. No. Oh, maybe. If we can get Tetris there, it might clear the space. Use the yellow one down there. I like using the thing at the top to smash the blocks away. It's quite satisfying. The way they just crumble like that. I can put another one of them down there. Oh, I'm annoyed I've made a gap over there now. I don't think there's any fixing that one. Oh my god, we've actually done it. I just need to... Ah, shoot. No, we haven't. There's one more. Oh! No, we still need to clear that one gap on that side. Damn it, I thought we'd got it then. That's alright, we can do this. Now we've done it. That was easy. Yay, there we go. Level complete. I'm looking forward to trying out some of the super hard levels a bit later. No bonus. So, where are we going now? P. I'm going to try and go down all the levels, column by column, to get through every single one of them. We've got some new background going on here. Not entirely sure what I'm looking at. I'm going to go down. And some new music. I just love the concept of this. It's such a simple concept, but it works so well. Basically like lemmings inside a Tetris screen. Right, okay, that's a neat screen there. How is she not waking up? There's blocks exploding on her head. There you go, snap out of it. I don't know if there's any way of getting through this now. She's dead. God damn it. Boom, 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 boom. I like the fact that there's different environmental hazards in this one because there weren't any in the first game. So that's a cool addition to the sequel. I do find it really weird that there's no multiplayer version in this game, considering that even the PlayStation and Saturn original ones had the ability to play the puzzle mode in multiplayer. Yay, we did it. I wasn't even properly concentrating then. Every time I press start, I think I'm giving myself extra credits. Are you going to go into the other one as well? This one seems easy though. Just go the right way. Go the right way. There we go. Oh my god. Oh, that was scary. Okay, now just drop to the end and I can just keep doing this. Easy. New record, because it's the only record. Oh, a new cutscene. Oh. It was literally 2 slides. Okay, she didn't jump up. That was close. I love that it's so predictable as well. Like the way they programmed the character, even though it is super simple, it's really rewarding because you can still get into the zone like a normal Tetris game, and because you know exactly the movement that they're going to make, you can kind of predict what's going to happen quite easily. And I just predicted that she would die, and I was correct. Let's keep going. I forgot to check what the picture was for the board, because I think they start off as kind of pixel art versions of something. Oh my god. I need a straight piece, quick! Nice. Special recovery. That's satisfying. There we go, now we can just wait for that to go down. Oh, we got stuck. I need to put one over there to stop her going back again. Oh no! How do I get around that? Oh no. Oh no. I need to do something like that and then get a straight piece to go down that bit and then get a blue one. One of those three-way ones. Here we go, watch this. Yeah, how's that for understanding how it works? Yay. Whoa, what's going on here? It's emojis for some reason, but nothing's popped up for me. Literally, it's not telling me anything. Did someone just follow? What's that? Oh, is that like an instant death trap? Oh my god! Oh no. Can I get rid of it? Okay, you can blow it up. Nice. Oh, thank you. I don't know why OBS didn't actually tell me what just happened. The old drums, thank you. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think there might be a weird delay or some sort of issue with Twitch today. It seems to be updating quite slowly. Hopefully the stream's okay though, there's not any issues with any latency or anything. Oh, doll drums. Not the old drums. Sorry, I'm terrible with usernames. Give me a yellow one, quick. There we go. Be free. Nope. Okay, you're dead. You're dead. Just accept your fate. There was nothing I could do. There was nothing I could do there. Right, remember to get rid of that. Hey, that was lucky. That's what I was waiting for. There you go. Yay. Stage clear. I think we've nearly finished the second difficulty. What did we get this time? We're going to book. Okay, last row. Let's go 4W. Stage 13. Okay, if you drop down there, instant death awaits. Oh no! I see what I gotta do. Right. No, this is gonna be awkward. Okay, we're gonna restart this. We're gonna restart this. I know what I need to do though. Try and get her over that side. Away from the bomb in the middle. Okay. I'll do that. That works. Is that it? So you can just walk to the side? Yeah. Easy. Why are you staying there? Idiot. Oh. Okay. You asked for it. Alright, let's try a different rate. Go that way. Okay. Right, she's safe there at least. Okay, I don't think there's any way of clearing that space. This one might take a few tries. Oh yeah, when I first started the stream I was about to tell a story about the original Tetris Plus, but I never got around to it. So when I first found out, well, I had Tetris Plus for a while, but I remember I took it to uni with me because I had the PS2 at the time with me at uni, and a friend that I made in the halls that I was staying at came round one night and I said we could check out Tetris Plus because it has a multiplayer mode, and we literally stayed up until about 4 o'clock in the morning just playing the puzzle mode on Tetris Plus for hours and hours and hours. It's just so much fun. Especially with 2 people, because although it has a multiplayer mode, it's basically like you're just both playing the same game in parallel, which is really unique. So I was kind of surprised that this one doesn't have the multiplayer mode to it. But we loved it so much at the time. And I remember there was an online version of Tetris that you could play on Facebook. I don't know whether you still can or not. And we would just boot that up during the day randomly. It's filling that side down. Come on, give me a yellow one. Ah. Yeah, there was a Tetris version on... There was a version of Tetris on Facebook. Let me just pause for a second. Tetris Blast or something? It was like some sort of time attack one. We had like 5 minutes. But there was a multiplayer mode as well that you could play over the internet, and we would just sit there in class and just play that against each other. But if you go back on my main channel, back to, I don't know, like 2010 or 2011, something like that, you can actually find a 3-part... Oh, why won't it let me carry on? A 3-part Let's Play of me and my friend at the time playing through Tetris Plus in multiplayer. And it's like 3 hours worth of a video of just us talking nonsense and just playing Tetris for hours. So I have really fond memories of the original. That's one of the reasons why I love it so much. Oh no. Ah, I needed to go that way. We're not going to get stuck here, are we? These are still classed as the normal difficulty! Ah, for God's sake! That's what I get for choosing the fast character. First thing I need to do is build some sort of defense to stop her going that way. Go away over! Yes, yes. Oh. That's not what I meant! Oh no. I think I'm screwed now. Does anyone else have any examples of when you were playing a game with a friend and you just completely lost track of time like that? That's not a competitive game, like just something where you can both play at the same time. It was a really unique experience, I think, for both of us. Playing kind of 2 single-player games on the same screen. Obviously we're both kind of competing to see how far we could get, but it wasn't really like any sort of actual competition. It's just a really cool concept, and maybe if I ever make a multiplayer game I'll have a mode in it like that as well, where just 2 people can just sit side by side and play through the same game together. This game was never released on any console. That's the whole point of this stream, because it was so difficult to find. The only way you can actually play it is through this, which is a weird at-games collection, and specifically the 2019 edition of it. It was only ever released in arcades in 1996, but then in 2019, like 23 years later, they decided to re-release it, and then they've taken it off every future version, so it's literally only the 2019 version of this specific console. Oh, what happened there? It just crashed on me. Oh no. That's what I get for using the weird in-game pause menu. There are a bunch of other games on here as well. There's 100 games on there, but I literally only bought it for this one game. Gonna wait for it to load back up now. Hopefully it's saved. But yeah, there is no like console way of playing this or anything, unfortunately. And I've had this on my eBay. Reset. Okay. Well, we'll go from letter C anyway. Let's see what these levels are like. You can try and emulate it through MAME, but I haven't really found a good way of doing that. So you can attempt to, but I think it is very awkward to get it to work through emulation. And I was just amazed, because I was just looking through the Tetris website to see if there were any ports of Tetris Plus 2, because I knew it existed. But it had never had a re-release or anything. And then I found out that it was on this one random collection. It's like, yes, I need that. So it's extremely difficult to actually find and play this game, unfortunately. But there's a way. I found a way. And these are actually quite hard to find as well, this particular one. There's a bunch on eBay and Amazon, but they're the wrong version. So if you are looking for it, make sure it has the Tetris Plus 2 logo there in the corner. That's the only way you can be sure that it's on there. Because there were some with that Tetris logo on, but that means it has the original arcade version, not the Tetris Plus version. So you need to make sure it has that on there if you're looking at this console. But I'm so glad that I actually found out that there's a way to officially play this. And I've been so excited about playing it since I found out about it like 5 years ago. So it's a little bit surreal to be sitting here now and be able to actually play this game after wishing to be able to play it for so long, because like I said, the PS1 and Saturn version is my favourite Tetris game. Or maybe second to Tetris Effect, but that's a little bit different. Well, there's just something so absorbing about this puzzle mode. Just the concept of it is so simple, but it works so well. And like I said earlier in the stream, I would love to try and do my own take on this kind of puzzle game. And there aren't really that many other examples of a puzzle game that works in a similar way to this, where you don't have direct control of the character and you sort of have to maneuver them around using the puzzle pieces. If anyone knows of any, let me know, because I was planning on doing a video about this style of game. But outside the Gusun series and Tetris Plus, there really isn't anything that I could find. I am trying to get all the games in the Gusun series over because I would love to do a retrospective. And that's probably the most obscure retrospective that I'll ever make. I've got 2 of them so far. There we go. These are similar kind of games. One's for the Super Famicom and one is for the Sega Saturn. There's a follow-up on the Famicom, but it's crazy expensive. Oh wow. Managed to clear this pretty easy. Just go that way. There we go. And drop down. I might see how much Gusun 2 is on the Super Famicom. I know it was crazy last time I looked. We try and row 3 now. The one I've got there, this one I got for like 30 quid, like maybe 10 years ago. And now it's 170. 171. And that's not even for the sequel. I'm just going to leave this to play out. There's one on eBay, $334 for the sequel. Crazy. And I think there's another one for the Saturn as well. Gusun S, that's the one I've got. I found this one in one of the surugayas in Japan, and it was literally like 200 yen, which is like £1 maybe, if that. And it's going for like 40, £50-ish on Amazon, on eBay, sorry. Hey, someone's actually selling the Jammer PCB board for 200, so you can actually get the arcade version of Gusun no Yo-Yo Risky Challenge. There's another one. Zoku Gusun Oh Yo-Yo for the Saturn, and that is $178. So I'll keep an eye out for that next time I'm in Japan. And the same on the PS1. But I think that might be it. It might just be those 4 games. There's a guidebook for 30. That might be something cool to try and find. I always like collecting the books to go along with certain series that I'm interested in. Poor Professor's assistant, she's just waiting to die there while I'm having a look through eBay now. Oh, there might be another one. Gusun Paradise. That one looks a bit different. That one looks like it's a 3D style game. Well, there's some stuff to add onto my shopping list anyway. I've got a massive list of things I want to find in Japan when I go back. I feel bad for my girlfriend having to be dragged around all the game shops with me. I would love to try and venture outside of Tokyo as well, because apparently the prices are a lot better if you can venture a bit further out. But honestly, it may sound kind of privileged, but I don't really mind spending the inflated prices. It's more about the experience of going there and finding the games that you've been looking for in person, rather than the prices associated with it, for me anyway. But I understand that's a very privileged position to be coming from, and the majority of people probably don't think like that. But it does mean that I can go to Akihabara and still enjoy it completely. Whereas a lot of people are kind of disillusioned by the Akihabara inflation. The tourist tax, I guess. And I'm probably not helping matters by saying that it's okay to buy at those kind of prices, but it's not my fault. They're getting expensive, so I shouldn't feel bad about paying it. You know, I'm more worried about the shops staying in business, and if that's what they need to do, and if people can make a good living from selling and trading retro games in Japan, then why not? I'll support it, even if it means I have to pay a little bit extra. If the alternative is they reduce their prices and then they have to close down, then I don't want that to happen. And I already know a lot of other hobby shops in Akihabara have closed. There was a load of figure shops that aren't around anymore. And arcades, obviously. Which is very sad. It'll be interesting to see when I go back how much has changed. Is this going to be the weird stick thing again? I can't believe they literally just drew a red stick and then they were like, yeah, this'll do for the middle cutscene of every single playthrough of this game. Are we going to go this route this time? Some bubbles. Oh, I'm really annoyed at reset because I wanted to play through every level. I might do a video about my love of Tetris Plus soon. I don't know whether anyone will watch it, but I'll probably enjoy making it anyway. I need to do some videos for myself as well. I need to try and find a good balance, which I thought I was getting better at, but I still feel like I'm doing too many videos just to please the algorithm. I do want to strike a balance, because it's not all about the numbers, it's about the passion, or it should be. And I know I get a bit disheartened when I see some of my favourite channels chasing the algorithm, rather than doing what they actually care about. And it is incredibly difficult to try and juggle the two, so I understand why they do it. Especially once you start relying on the income from YouTube as well. I feel like once you start making money from anything, it becomes a lot harder to actually follow your passions, which is kind of sad, but at the same time it's great that passion can actually reward you with financial gain these days. Obviously it wasn't always like that, so just the fact that these opportunities exist, you can't really complain. I don't really know where I was going with that, but basically the fact that people can make a living through content creation is, on the whole, a really good thing, but you have to be really careful not to let it take over your thought process, I guess, when it comes to creating. You still want to have that spark and spontaneity, which kind of goes away once money's involved. Like, if I wanted to grow my channel faster, I would literally just do nothing but top games lists and hidden gems videos. And it would grow the channel, and it'd probably become really popular, but also I would become really, I don't know, disillusioned about the whole concept of creating videos and the fun of it, which is the whole reason I got involved in the first place. But at the same time, what the majority of people want to see is just simple videos like that. They don't really care about big storylines or personal stories or tales or anything. They literally just want to get some information and just move on with their day, I guess. So it's like, how do you balance that? It's really difficult. I guess you first have to come to the realization that just because you care about something doesn't mean anyone else will, and don't expect them to either. So that was the first thing I had to try and learn. And I guess the other thing to try and learn is balance between the two. Because obviously if you don't balance it properly and you're just doing things because you know they'll be popular, then that's when burnout occurs, basically. Or you just become bored of the whole process. And the quality begins to suffer, and I'm dead. I don't really know where I was going with that monologue at all, but hopefully some of you got something from that at least. And that has nothing to do with streaming anyway. Like, I'm not streaming this with any kind of reward or goal in mind. I literally just wanted to play this game because it's something that I wanted to play for a long time, so the fact that anyone's here at all is quite amazing to me. So thank you, even if you've just got this on in the background, because obviously it's not the most exciting thing to focus on entirely, but even if you're just listening to me for some comfort sounds in the background, the fact that you chose me over anything else on the platform is just amazing, so thank you. And to anyone who's watching this afterwards as well on the VOD on YouTube. I don't know why you're here. If you are here, what is this? An hour and a half in to the stream replay. Drop an emoji in the chat. Something that resembles one of those treasures in the corner. Let's see if anyone is still listening while I ramble on about the pros and cons of content creation, apparently. Which is probably a topic that most people don't care about, because the majority of people do not put time into making random videos for the internet. And I didn't think I would at one point either, but here I am. And some people ask me, like, why do I choose to put so much of my time into making videos? And basically, one, because I really like it, and two, because I've been doing it for so long now, it kind of feels wrong not to. Hey, that's pretty good, a dolphin. Nice one. Hope you're enjoying what this game has to offer. I definitely recommend checking it out. See whether you can... Well, see whether you can get the first one on the PlayStation or the Saturn. Because there isn't really much different about this version. Apart from the few obstacles on the screen that weren't present before. Oh, and bombs as well. Let's see how that works. Oh, right, okay. It literally just drops a bomb next to her and you can just blow up a bit of the floor. That's it's a bit of a cheat. I wonder how often they come back. Oh my god, bubbles everywhere. There's probably no way of doing this. No. Just keep going. I don't have any bombs left either. Anything I do now is going to make her go back up. I don't know what to do now. Something about an iOS simulator. I was messing around earlier in Xcode because they've updated it. And it kind of got me thinking, like, I bought a Mac originally to make iPhone apps. And now I've been using Mac for about 10 years and I never actually released any. Well, I released 2 ages and ages ago, but they didn't do very well. But I've been thinking recently that I want to try and make an app again. I don't know what it would be. I kind of had an idea of like a file management system, which obviously isn't the most exciting thing, but it's something I have a lot of knowledge of because I've been doing it with work for such a long time, and I thought maybe I could put some of that knowledge to use and actually build something of my own that people could use. So it might be something interesting that I could try and look into doing in the future. Okay, I don't think we've done Q yet. Let's try this one. Might have found a new level. Got that bum, 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 volcano music, I guess. I did think a while ago that I wanted to make a game collecting app as well, but there's already so many out there now. I think it would just be a bit of wasted effort to try and do something, at least something that can beat what's already out there, because there's so many great ones these days. And then the one I use doesn't even have an app, so maybe I'm a bit behind the times there. I'm still waiting for the new backlog update. And my friend's actually working on a game collecting app as well, very, very slowly. He keeps showing me prototypes and he keeps changing the code base. Callum, if you're watching, how's it going with the game collecting app? Hopefully he hasn't given up on it. So every time I speak to him, I think it's a really cool idea. He was thinking of linking it in with different databases to pull information about the games and the box art and everything. So there's a big database in the background. So it's not just a list of games you own, it's like information about them. It would link to video reviews and let's plays and walkthroughs and things like that. Which sounds really cool and unique, so hopefully one day it becomes something you can actually download. I might message him later and see how his app's going on. I think that's exactly the same problem that he's got, because he works as a software engineer as his day job as well. And then the last thing you want to do is come home from work and just sit at the computer and code even more. Especially when you're working from home, because then it's literally like that's all you're doing all day, every day. Like, at least with making videos for me, it's a completely different skill set that I'm using outside of work. But if I was to make an app, especially that file management one that I was thinking about, it would literally just be like doing another work shift after work, and I don't know whether I could mentally handle that. So, yeah, I understand. But I still like the idea of doing something off your own back rather than for a company. And with the app as well, you've got the chance of, you know, making a lot of profit, because some apps can get really popular if they work well. And then because you're not working for a company, you get to keep all of that, or put it into the production of whatever you want to make next. So there's definitely reasons too, but yeah, it's an energy thing really, isn't it? More than anything. But yeah, I feel like you would have more motivation because it is something that you're doing completely outside of a corporate control. Yay, there we go. And it's good because you own it 100% as well. And then if it does really well, then you might have the chance to sell it to a company or something in the future. That's happened before. Spiked ball makes the game over. I know, I've already encountered one. Let's get rid of it. Don't have much creative energy. Yeah. I'm amazed that I have the energy to make a video every week. Because work is so draining at the minute, and working with councils, it's unbelievable how frustrating it can be sometimes. They're so slow to sign off any changes, it's ridiculous. And even just trying to hear back from them is a nightmare sometimes. So it is quite draining mentally. Even if the work's slow, it's like difficult to want to do anything else. But then I make a video and I put it out on YouTube and I get so many really nice comments, and I had someone in my Discord last night telling me that he'd binge listened to my podcast and now he's listened to all 39 episodes and he really loved it, and it's reinvigorated his love for retro gaming. And it's like, that's why I do this kind of thing, just because I get to share something that I really love, and if I can pass that excitement onto someone else and get them to enjoy it as well, that's just the best. That was just the best feeling. So that's where I find the energy, is knowing that people will enjoy what I've put so much time and effort into. And I also love the self-improvement side of it as well. Like, because I wanted to get better at making videos, I was reading books about how to be more confident on camera. And that's not just helped me on YouTube either, that's helped me at work as well. And just in life in general, a lot of like tips on how to present better and just general advice like how to do storytelling better, how to edit better. Every little thing like that, it's like you can use those skills, they're transferable skills. And even when it came to like doing job interviews and stuff, because I'd been learning and practicing, it all just really helps, especially on the presenting things, just in day-to-day life as well. Like I was at an event with work, having to advertise our new software that I've been building, and I would never have got up on a stage and wanted to do any sort of presentation in front of like 30, 40 people in a big room. But since doing YouTube, it's really made me a lot more confident about articulating myself and sharing my ideas with an audience. And that translated perfectly to work as well, and it just felt so natural. Like standing in front of the screen doing the PowerPoint presentation and showing them how the software worked. And we've got clients from that as well, so it all has a really positive knock-on effect. And I would never have expected that when I just started making random videos like 15 years ago, that it would actually affect my life in that way, and it's probably contributed to me being able to have a good career outside of making content as well, and until the time comes when I can make this my job, if that ever does happen. Which I would like it to. But at the same time, I like having something different to work on outside of just talking about retro games. So I feel like if I ever did make this a full-time thing, I would still have to try and do something completely separate, just so I didn't go crazy. Also, I didn't fall out of love with games as well, because I feel like if this was all I ever did, yeah, it might get to a point where I just get bored of doing the same thing over and over again. So maybe app development is something that I could look into, or game development, but again, maybe that's a bit too close What do I do for my line of work? Well, my job title is a bit weird and all over the place. It's a solution architect, but basically what it boils down to is making document storage solutions for different councils. And we kind of made a template that we go out and sell to different companies around the UK, and then we're working on a way of tweaking that to work with whatever files they've already got. It's not really the most exciting thing. And I kind of went into it by accident as well, because in my old job I wanted to become a SharePoint developer, and they kept promising me that they would have a job going, and it never really happened, and then my job moved away. I got put into a team that I didn't want, so when I moved house I thought, finally I'm going to try and find something that I want to do. No one's going to tell me you're being shoved over to this department or whatever. Or it was really bad in my old job. Like, I had like 5 different managers in 1 year because they just didn't know what was going on. So I finally decided, like, I'm going to become a SharePoint developer. I'm going to do it. I'm going to look around, find out what jobs there are. And I found this job that wanted SharePoint experience, but it was also more of a open-ended project as well. And I'd be like in a very small team that had just started, and get a lot of creative control. I'd get to do, you know, go to events and do these presentations and seminars and things. I thought that'd be really good for my personal development as well, because I'd been really focusing on trying to improve my presentation skills. And it was fully remote as well, which is great. So, long story short, I designed software for housing management companies, and the actual project itself is kind of boring, and it's taken forever to get some of these companies to actually give us the information that we need in order to build it. But I'm learning a lot. I'm learning different programming languages and project management techniques, like learning how to use Jira. Learning how to manage my own time, because we're basically just in a team on our own, and our boss just kind of leaves us to it, as long as we're making progress and bringing in new customers, which is quite nice, having that sort of freedom, which is really good. And it's fully remote as well, so I don't need to go anywhere to do it, which is great as well. Ah! And recently I've been learning how to use, well, I kind of struggle with it still, but using Power Automate to build some workflows into the engine that we've got. But it's all interesting learning these technologies and stuff. Oh yeah, I hate using Jira. It's a mess. And the way we've got it structured, like each project has like loads of different project code prefixes before you actually know what the task is. So there's a big sheet somewhere that tells you what everything means. It's like, oh, why is it such a mess? And they haven't got enough proper licenses to give everyone either. But anyway, I don't want to talk about work now, I want to have fun. My other option when I was looking at jobs was to go into something video related, because obviously I love editing, I love recording, producing, but there wasn't anything really like that. There was one company that I found locally that films events and things for different companies, which I thought might have been interesting. We use Teams, and that's a bit rubbish as well. But I've never used Slack in comparison, so I don't really know what the difference is there. I just know that Microsoft loves messing up Teams at any opportunity they get. And now they've introduced new teams, which is basically just teams with a slightly chunkier UI. And I don't understand why it exists. Slack's nice, but it's more expensive. Yeah, I'm sure price is the reason that most companies are using Teams instead. But Teams is weird. It was rushed out when COVID hit, and everyone was going remote, and Microsoft thought, hey, we can cash in on that. Let's get our program out and ready. But they've had like 3 years since then, and they haven't done anything to really improve it, and the stability's still all over the place. I don't really know how to tackle this level. Yeah. I have a secret on how to keep that online thing running if you want to leave for a bit. Just open up Notepad and put something on a key on the keyboard and just leave it to type out, and then it'll just look like you're still online. So there you go, you can have that one for free. I do actually tend not to really slack off much at work, just because I feel really guilty doing anything. Like, I feel like it would be so easy to just use that time in the day, especially working from home, to just make or edit a video and get more content out, but I really cannot bring myself to do that. It just feels really wrong. Occasionally, if there's a bit of downtime, I'll use it to like edit a thumbnail or something, but I won't ever do anything of my own during work hours. I actually used to do more of that when I was in the office, because I would always have a notepad up in the corner of the screen where I'd be writing ideas for videos and things. But that's just because I was so bored at work that I would do anything in my old job to get away from actually doing the job. Whereas at least now I kind of enjoy what I'm doing. So I haven't really felt the need to try and hide away from work like that. It was so bad in my old job. When I moved into one department, they really didn't know what to do with me at all, and I was just getting so down. I actually think I was genuinely feeling depressed at one point, and yeah, it was horrible. I don't even want to think about it, but I would just pretend I had somewhere to go, and then I would just go and hide in the toilets for like half an hour and just come up with ideas for things that I wanted to do on YouTube instead, because it's all I could think about back then. And work was like so depressing that I wanted to do anything else. But thank God I'm not in that sort of situation anymore. Wait, who did you work for in Telford? It might have been the same company, because I worked for a company in Telford. I am in Telford right now, but the company I'm working for now is up in Manchester. Although I've only been in the office twice in 2 years, so there isn't really much of a reason for me to go over there. Was it Capgemini? Or was it Reassure? Reassure's where I used to work, or back when it was called Admin Re when I started back in 2014. One of the offices by the train station. And there were some people that literally just slacked off all day, every day. Because obviously the office all went open plan. Go green on Stafford Park. Okay. I'd probably walk past them, but I don't really know them. But it was just easy to slack off all day. Yeah, there were some people in my old job that would just sit there with like travel sites open like all day and just look at holidays. And they would just get away with it. Like, no one would even question what they were doing. There was another time I saw someone actually just fall asleep at their desk It was kind of funny because I was sitting in the back, and I could see them like at the other end of the room, and they were just, their head was just dropping like that, and I was like, yep, eventually they're just gonna go, and they did. They just fell asleep. It was so funny, and they stayed like that for a good like half an hour until they woke up, and no one did anything about it. It's amazing how people can just get away with everything. Yeah, I was shocked. Genuinely, like, full-on lost consciousness right in the middle of the office. Yeah, I get that it's boring, but... Oh, there was another time where they had someone in for work experience, and I literally watched them for an hour. They were just sat at the computer, and I guess they didn't know what to do. They were literally scrolling. They had the calendar open in the corner, you know, by the clock on Windows XP, where you can click on it and it'll open up the little square. They were literally just scrolling up through the calendar for like an hour, and I managed to see, and they were on like the year 2060 or something. I was like, wow, you really are that bored that you'll just scroll through a calendar for an hour? Like, at least if I was bored, I would open up Notepad and write some ideas for something. But yeah, that's a new low if you're just wasting the day away scrolling through the calendar. That's bad. But man, I have so many horror stories about working in an office. When I first started there on the graduate program, I was in one of the first role that I went to was application development. And I didn't really understand programming much back then, and they got me to make this table using an SQL database, and I had no idea what I was doing, so I did it for like 10 minutes, and I said, can anyone help me? No, they were all too busy, so I sat there for a while. No one helped me by the end of the day. Like a week later, and still no one had come to me, so I was like, I don't really know what to do, and I waited a bit longer, and finally someone started showing me stuff separate to that. And then he got in trouble for showing me stuff, because he should have been doing his own job instead of helping me out. And apparently they would rather me just sit there doing absolutely nothing all day instead. And then it was getting to like 2 months in, and I'd still not had any proper work. So I asked the manager of that department, like, when am I actually going to get something to do? When am I going to be able to actually do something meaningful rather than just trying to work on this SQL database that I don't understand? And it makes me depressed even just saying this out loud, but he turned to me and basically said, oh, you're still here? I thought you were just on work experience. And I was like, wow, okay, is that how I'm going to be treated here? Like, you don't even know why I'm here? I just got put in this role and no one wants me here? It was so depressing. I honestly felt like quitting right then. But I stuck with it because the graduate thing had you move around different departments, and most of it was kind of depressing as well. The only one that I slightly enjoyed was the SharePoint development one, because that was sort of like web design, which is something that I dabbled with in the past. And then it was sort of thanks to that I kept doing that during all the other random roles that I had in the company. It never really went anywhere. And that's how I got my job now. So it worked out in the end, but for a long time I was getting really down about everything. And yeah, when I was off the graduate scheme and I got put into a proper team, I still really had no idea what I was doing. So like 90% of the time I was just doing SharePoint jobs for people, and then I got told off my boss for doing too much for other people, even though they weren't giving me any work. So I really did hate it there. And then that department merged with another department, and then kept getting shunted around, and then they tried to force me to go into test, and I really didn't like that. Writing test scripts for applications, and because of the way it was set up, I couldn't actually see whether they did anything or not. So I was literally just writing scripts blind and then sending them off to the developers and hoping that they would run. But I had no way of seeing if they actually would or not, and I still have no idea if they actually used any of that. So that was another wasted year of my life, pretty much. So, yeah, not the best experience in the corporate world to begin with, so I'm so glad I'm out of that now. Yeah, some days I would, like, pretend I was in a meeting and then just leave and go and walk around town for an hour to clear my head. It was that bad. I don't know how I stuck at it for so long, honestly. And then the company merged with another company that's up in Edinburgh. And then my team randomly got sent to Edinburgh, and then I had to go up there every few months. And then they didn't really know what to do with me there, and then I was being passed around all these different managers. And then I thought, enough's enough. Once I've moved house and, you know, sorted out the mortgage, I'm going to quit. I'm going to find something that I can actually do. And know that I've actually done it off my own back. So finally I have some actual direction in my career. But it was a rough start. Yeah. Anyway, sorry about all that moaning. I know people are here to watch me play Tetris, not hear my grumpy corporate life story. I don't know where I'm going with this stream. I'm all over the place. I feel like I just needed to vent tonight for some reason. So, sorry to anyone who just wanted to see some light-hearted Tetris gameplay. I've completely zoned out on this level. I don't know how many times I've retried it. But yeah, I'm so much happier now. One of the things that kept me going in my old job when I was feeling really down about the work, I'd started building my own game after work. Because, well, I guess if we're doing stories, originally I wanted to be a game designer, so I went to college and university to study game design. And then, after not being able to get a job in the games industry, I was kind of upset about that. So I tried making my own game in my free time. And I started doing that around 2015, and it took about 2 years in the end. But basically, to do all the testing, I would actually do it all during work. I would set up a fake meeting in my calendar, and yeah, this is really naughty, but I really didn't have anything to do, so I would set up a fake meeting in my calendar, pretend it was in a meeting room on a different floor, go and hide away in the toilets on the top floor where no one went, and no one saw me go in or out, and then I would sit in there for about half an hour, play through the game that I was building, and note down all the things that I needed to fix, and then when I would get home that evening, I would have a new list of things to work on. So it was kind of naughty that I did that, but at the same time, that's probably the only good memory that I have of working in that office, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, you know, I learned a lot about programming from doing that, so even though I probably shouldn't have, it was actually more worthwhile than any of the actual stuff I was doing there. So for a while I was kind of upset with the direction I was heading. And I still kind of wish I'd gone into the games industry, despite everything that's going on. But for the longest time I just did not feel comfortable with programming at all. Oh no! I thought that was a two-way one. Oh, I was so close to finishing that. Yeah, the reason I didn't go into the games industry, I did not want to do testing. I don't know why, but the whole idea and concept of testing just does not interest me in the slightest, really, so... And I didn't want to be stuck there, because I know some people that have gone into test roles in game companies, and they have been there for like 10 years and they just haven't progressed anywhere in the company. So if I wanted to go into games, I either wanted to be a programmer, because I felt like they would have the most impact on a game, or a designer, which is obviously impossible to get into straight out of uni, because obviously you need to either have a lot of experience designing and shipping games already, or have designed and shipped your own games in the past and have a good track record. So the only option really was to try and get good enough at programming to apply for a programming job in a game company, but I could just not get my head around it for the longest time. And I still kind of struggle with programming. I'm a lot better than I was, but maybe I made the mistake when I made my first game to use Scratch rather than an actual programming language. So although I learned the concepts from doing that, it didn't really help when it came to actually writing code. So, kind of selfishly, in my new job, I'm learning programming, or doing programming, but at the same time, I'm thinking, how can I apply this to games? At the same time. But I had a really bad experience with programming as well. When I originally went to uni, I was on a computer science course. Not intentionally, but I ended up on a computer science course. Oh, come on, I was so close there. Yeah, I ended up doing a computer science course. I actually signed up to do a portable game programming degree, which at the time I was just obsessed with anything like DS, Game Boy. You know, so I thought I really want to make DS games because that was the console that was out at the time when I was going off to uni. Was the original Nintendo DS. And I thought I really, really, really want to make a game for the DS. Obviously that never happened. But there was a course that Stafford was offering called Portable Game Programming. And I'd done a little bit of programming in ActionScript and Flash, which is obviously a language that's not around anymore. But basically, the amount of programming that I'd done in that was literally nothing more than just copying what the tutor gave us. So I didn't really understand any actual programming concepts. Like, I didn't really know what variables were or what they did. I was just copying and pasting code that someone else had written without understanding the concept behind it. So, and I was also not very good at maths, which obviously, going into a computer science degree, unknowingly, involved a lot of maths, especially a lot of like A-level maths. So I arrived at uni all excited to start making games. Got there. Turns out I was the only person doing my particular course. Literally no one else in the world had signed up for portable game programming. So I was completely on my own. All the other people that I'd made friends with during Freshers Week, all the other people that were in the lectures with me, they were all on computer science courses. So basically what they did was take me and basically still have the title of portable game programming as my degree, but just go through the computer science course. And maybe one module would be like game design or something, but I guess they really didn't know what to do. And the course was just there because they needed a certain amount of courses to advertise for that year or something, I don't know. So yeah, I got put onto a computer science degree. Was way in over my head. Like right from the first lecture, I had no idea what they were on about. We were learning C, programming language. And it was really basic stuff like how to print something on the screen, how to draw a grid of certain symbols. I didn't understand any of the concepts, like I didn't even know what a function was or anything at the time, and they already presumed you would have some background in programming. Yeah, you finally got through it. They already presumed you would have some background in programming, so I was way behind by like week 3. I could never catch back up. And then the other classes that we were trying to do was like A-level maths classes. Oh, There's a naked anime girl there. What's going on? Welcome to a secret hot spring. Okay. And the weird sticks right there as well. What the hell is this? Oh, apparently that's the end of that route. Okay. I have no idea what just went on there. Did I get taught by David Cox or Neil Marsden? There was a Dave, but I don't think it was Dave Cox. Oh my god, it was so long ago I can't remember any of their names now. Mark someone was my main tutor. Mark Fellows, something like that. There was Dave. Oh my god, I can't remember any other names. Dave someone. No, I don't think it was either of them. The building I had all my game design stuff in isn't even there anymore. I don't think so. It was actually not in the main... Oh, what am I doing? I can't even spell my name properly. NC will do. It wasn't actually in the main campus. It was in somewhere called AB40, which was like down the back by the car park. And it was in with all the fashion and design students. They might not have been there. I was there in 2008 to 2010, I think, or 2007 to 2009, something like that. Right, let's try the hardest one. What did you do at college, though? Oh, which campus were you at? Were you at London Road, or I can't remember what the other one is. The one that's actually in Shrewsbury itself. Because I was in the London Road campus, which is kind of just before you get into Shrewsbury from Telford direction. Well, I guess it is in Shrewsbury, but it's before you get into the centre. So you might have been in the other building. But all this game programming stuff that I was on about, that was in Stafford. And it's a shame I didn't try harder at understanding programming back then, because I feel like if I'd have put my mind to it, if I'd have put the time in to understand the concepts, I would have really enjoyed it. And I really liked the people on the course as well. I made a lot of friends there. More so than what I made on the design course, which I swapped to after. So it's a shame. But I was so unsure of everything that instead of doing any revision, I didn't even really know where to start, so I would just waste my day watching anime and playing games and reading visual novels like all day, every day. So I basically wasted that first year and I started over again from scratch the year after on a gameplay design and production course instead, which was a lot more up my street and I really enjoyed it at the time. But I feel like today I wish that I would have done the programming course instead and actually tried a bit harder. Yay. Oh nice, you were in the same build. You were at the same campus as me then, but I only ever went into that main building to do English, I think. We had some extra like key skills things that we had to do. I don't really know why, but yeah, I only went in that building to get lunch and to do that English class. I also got to do a photography course at Shrewsbury College, which was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed that. And I've kind of put some of the stuff that I learned from there into use as well, like understanding how shutter speed and aperture and everything like that works with cameras, which was really cool. I do miss college sometimes. I had a lot of fun there in Shrewsbury. And that was back when Game Zone still existed in the Darwin Shopping Centre. I'm still so sad that's gone. I would go there pretty much every single day after college. And then when I got back to Telford, I would go and visit all my friends in Game and Game Station. And then go to the bowling alley to play DDR before coming home. You can't do any of that. I don't see what makes these levels any harder than the other ones. Once we've gone through this set of levels, I'll try out the endless mode as well. Yeah, it's so sad there isn't anywhere like that. Well, there is, if you want to go to Birmingham or Wolverhampton. There's a load of great independent game shops around there. It's worth travelling. Like if you saw one of my recent videos, I showed off a really cool shop. Just outside Merry Hill in Dudley, I think it is. Old school gaming. Definitely worth going to check that out. That had the same sort of vibes as Game Zone actually. Kind of the same size as well as the one in Shrewsbury. But yeah, it's sad that there's not really a high street presence like there used to be. They're all completely independent. Yeah, that DVD shop's pretty good. I've been there a few times. They've got a different store now, haven't they, since their original one had to move. Oh no! Oh, I thought I would have time. I got something from there recently, actually. What did I get? Tomb Raider on the GameCube. Tomb Raider Legend. Well, I feel like there isn't really much point in going to Shrewsbury anymore, because all the shops I used to like have gone now. Even places I used to hang out, like the Shakeaway that was down one of the side alleys, that's gone. You've been to that DVD store a few times. Oh, cool. It's crazy that everyone watching is so local. Oh yeah, there is kind of an independent game shop in Telford. If you go to Oaken Gates, there's Game Cave. It's not the best, but at least we've got something. Although I've never really found anything that exciting there. There used to be a Game Zone in Telford at one point as well. Inside the Spencer's shopping mall, which then became the Range, which then became Wilco's. I don't know what it is now, if it's even anything at all. So that's a downgrade. That's where I got all my original Pokemon games for the Game Boy from. This is the first time you've seen all my streams. Well, I'm glad you think this stream is great, because this one is all over the place and I'm just chatting random nonsense. Usually I'm a bit more focused on the game, but I guess this is the kind of game where you can't really give much commentary as to what's going on. What's your username on... I can't say it. What's your username on Twitter? I will hang on to the Twitter name until the end. I really love Twitter though. I mean, I've met so many really cool people on there. And a bunch of people from there I've met up with in real life that I met through Twitter, through the retro gaming communities on there. Yeah, Twitter till the end, indeed. I'm dead. Apparently they just want to call them posts, which is really boring. I did get myself a Blue Sky account as well ages ago, and I use it occasionally, but I really don't have the energy to keep up with two different places. So I'm just on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Hey, Mixture Miyagi here again. Stream's going great. I've been kind of just droning on about random things in life, really, this stream. But the game's great as well. How are you doing this evening? I don't think I've ever streamed on a Thursday before. I'm usually busy editing a video tonight, but... Okay, we get to see more of this weird stick thing again. This is the same cutscene we've seen like 4 times now. I can't believe I've been playing this for 2.5 hours now. Where we go next? This way, I think. Technically, there's 2 more endings I could try and get. Yeah, it's been a good vibe. I've just been complaining about my journey through the corporate world, I guess. And how I'm much happier now that I've got a job that I actually chose to do myself rather than one that I was forced into. Let's see what you said. Doing good. Just secured a SNES Everdrive cart for 50 euros. That's a really good price. As well as Link to the Past German version for 20. Oh, you got some good deals there then. Was that on eBay or somewhere else? Yeah, I'm so much happier now that I've got a job that I actually want to do, rather than one that I've been forced to do. It still has its ups and downs, but on the whole, much happier. Eventually, long term, hopes and dreams, I would love to do... I don't like the word, but content creation. As a job, as a career. Although I would like to do more than just videos and streams. I would like to somehow build a company around it and find other ways of bringing in money, sharing stuff I love, basically. Finished version of eBay. Yeah, I hate the term content creation, but I guess that is the most succinct way of saying what it is. I guess. Yay, something's happening again. Twitch isn't telling me what's going on, so I apologise. Someone followed me. Whoever it was, let me know in the chat, because Twitch today has been really weird. And it's showing me updates, but it's not actually telling me what's happening. How am I supposed to get around that? I think I've ruined this now. He's going to come all the way back up. At least I think the word content creator is better than the word influencer. Injection 18, hello. Thank you for the follow. Did anything pop up on the screen for you guys? In terms of saying who just followed, because I'm not seeing anything today for some reason. Usually it tells me on OBS and it tells me on Twitch itself, but it's just showing up an empty box saying following with no information. Sure, so my job at the minute, my title is Solution Architect, which is a fancy way of saying someone that designs document storage solutions for housing management. So it's not a very fun job, but it's challenging in a good way because I feel like I'm learning a lot. No follower notification, just loads of emojis on the screen. On the screen? On the stream. That's weird. I don't know what's going on today. And we are stuck again. My job at the minute is mostly revolved around building a template in SharePoint that we can then sell to different customers. But the thing I enjoy most about the job, and something that I was saying earlier that YouTube's actually helped me with, is doing all of the customer demos and presentations to actually sell the software that we built, which is really cool. So one of my favourite things that I did last year in this new job is actually go to an event up in Manchester, and I actually had to give like an hour-long presentation about the program and basically sell it to all these different companies that were looking for a document storage solution. And since then we've actually had some sign up, so it's really cool that I actually got to do the event to actually bring money into the company, and it's cool to know that I have built up presentation skills enough to actually do something like that professionally. Even if it is something that I'm not really interested in the slightest, it's still cool to know that I'm able to do that now. And I genuinely think it's because of YouTube and doing content creation. I know it's a dirty word, but I genuinely think it has helped with my confidence and presenting style and, you know, sharing ideas more in a more streamlined way that's easy to understand. And something else that I've done internally at work as well, I've made a bunch of training videos. So that was quite fun, and it's always really cool when people watch the videos and they're like, wow, they were really well produced. Because compared to most of the stuff that people make at work, it's just awful. We can have a look at Fix It Felix after. So I'm a bit scared of pausing this because last time I paused it the whole thing crashed, so I won't do that. But for anyone who's joined this stream a bit later, this is what we're actually playing on today. This is called the Legends Flashback 100. And the reason that I got this is because this is the only official way to play Tetris Plus 2. But yeah, it also includes Fix It Felix, a bunch of other games from a bunch of other companies. And interestingly enough, it came with a Mega Drive controller, and it just uses regular Mega Drive ports. But yeah, the whole reason I got this, and the whole reason I'm doing this stream, is because this is the only official way to play this version of Tetris. Which is a game that I've wanted to play for a long time now. Because the original Tetris Plus is one of my favourites. Did I make the program that we're selling? Yeah, it was between me and one other person. Well, there was a bit of a weird story around that. It was actually started by someone else who got fired because he was really bad working with the customers. Yeah, I don't really want to say what happened, but basically he left and there was an advert going for a SharePoint developer, so I applied for it because that's what I wanted to do in my old job. Because that was kind of like the only thing that I actually enjoyed in my old job. So I applied for that and I joined, and there was basically like a half-built application already. So I joined and helped finish them build it. Well, we're still kind of working on it, but I helped them carry on development of this program, and we've got a big roadmap of updates and things that we want to work on in the future. So I can say I've helped with the development, but I didn't design it from scratch. Although from now on I'm designing things from scratch, which is really exciting. Like recently I built an entire search center from scratch where it can basically look across the entire customer's tenancy and pull back files from anywhere with different metadata tags, and I've built some different views to be able to surface all that. So it's cool that I get to kind of come up with the roadmap and the way the program's going to be built going forward, and get to sell it basically, and make the videos explaining to people how to use it and stuff. It is difficult. It's really difficult sometimes, especially the fact that what we've built isn't 100% working yet, so we're still trying to figure some things out while the companies have actually bought the product, which is quite challenging. But yeah, it's definitely something that I have to put a lot of mental energy into, and I'm really happy about that as well. Like, I did not want a job that was in any way dull or not using my brain. Like I enjoy being challenged. Although I complain about my other office job, by far the worst job that I ever had was just working in a factory on a conveyor belt line. I was just either stacking boxes or filling up containers with cherries that would be sold in supermarkets, and that was just the worst, absolute worst time of my life. I was just numb. My brain was just numb. I was like, how can people do this for a living? I wasn't thinking, I wasn't contributing anything to anyone. I would have to get up at like, I would have to be at work for 6 o'clock in the morning. It was just horrible. And that was me for a few months when I first came back from uni, and I was like, I cannot do this for another day. I need to find something related to working in IT at least. And if you want to hear that story about how bad the IT job was, then go and watch the VOD after this, because I already went into all this earlier, but it was awful. Maybe even worse. You liked working in construction? Yeah, that sounds cool, because you're actually able to see the outcome of what you've been working on, and it has a tangible benefit to society, but I don't think there's any benefit to someone filling a box with cherries. And I would just have like paper cuts all over my hands. It was horrible. Yeah, if you want to hear me rant about all the crappy jobs that I've had leading up to this one, definitely go back and listen to this. Think of this stream as one really long, grumpy podcast that no one asked for. Is that what you do now then? Construction work? I don't know how to clear this level. It's just trapped in the bubble. I'll just free him and then try and figure it out after. Oh no. What happened to your construction job? How are you filling your time while you're unemployed? The one thing I hate more than anything is not actually having any sort of task to try and accomplish. Like, I feel like if I ever did go full-time with content creation, I would need to have a really good plan in place and like bigger projects to work on. To stop myself from just being lazy and not doing anything productive. Because it could easily happen. I'll end up back at first year of uni days where I do nothing but play games and watch anime all day. Which I enjoyed, but it didn't help in any way. I could have spent that time learning how to do programming instead, which would have benefited me a lot more. And then maybe I could have worked in the games industry instead of packing boxes of cherries. You had a few real bad years. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully things are getting better for you. I'm sure you'll find something. Thought it would be free then. You need to get a driver's license. Have you passed your driving test and you just need to get a license, or do you need to have lessons as well? Having a car definitely helps. Although maybe it doesn't matter so much these days because there's a lot of jobs you can do from home. My new job's fully remote. And honestly now I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't think I ever want to go back to working in an office. Not full time at least. I value my own time too much. I do not want to deal with the commute anymore. Nice. You're very lucky to have a friend like that who will help you out. That cutscene there is so weird. It only lasts for like a few seconds. And this area reminds me of Super Monkey Ball 1 once you get into the water stages for some reason. I'm so glad I managed to find this game. I really love this style so much. Contemplated on studying for a second profession while you save up money. Something coding related. Yeah, do it. Oh, that's cool. Where are you from if you get to do courses for free? That's awesome. Take advantage of that. I'm riddled with student debt, and every time I get my pay slip at the end of the month, I always cry a little inside when I see how much is being taken out for student loans, which I will never pay back. Nice, you're very lucky. Definitely do that. I was just saying earlier that I've been learning programming more recently. And if you want a really good online resource for programming that's free, and you get all the coursework for it as well, check out CS50. You can watch all the lectures free on YouTube, and the instructor's just amazing the way he explains really complex ideas so easily. It's just great. I've been going through all the lectures in my free time, and there's like coursework you can do after as well, like different tests and things to make sure you've understood it, and it's been really, really helpful. And I'm also really lucky as well that work will pay for any courses that I want to take on Udemy, or I can't really think what the other one is, but there's like LinkedIn Learning and things. Definitely take any opportunities you can for any kind of learning if it's free. Oh yeah, it is a Harvard course, yeah, CS50. Highly recommend it. It's how I learnt programming. Ages ago, while I was bored in my old job, after work I would actually bring my own laptop to work in my bag, and I would go and sit in the Costa cafe in the town centre for like an hour or two after work, and I would just go through the CS50, not the lessons themselves, but the coursework side of it. And I would just sit in the cafe, have some headphones on, watch the lectures if I was stuck, and just go through that. That's how I learned how to program. And it was easier doing it in a cafe than at home because I could just focus more, so I actually really enjoyed that. I kind of miss it, really. There was the one good thing for not working at home. Yeah, do it. And you'll love the instructor, the tutor. He's so high energy, but he has a really great way of explaining things. And he's been doing it for so long as well. I was kind of curious the other day, so I was looking back at previous CS50 years, and then I was Googling, like, how far back does this actually go? Because I did it originally back in 2014, I think. And now they're still doing the same course in 2024, and they're still making new video lectures to go along with it. And I was looking back on Google. I found video lectures going all the way back to 2007. And it's the same course with the same instructor, but every year they improve it slightly. So, you know, they know their stuff. They know the best way to teach things. And it's completely free. What? German version of Star Fox for 17k? Oh, I might know why. Is it the weekend competition cart? Let's see how much that is on UK eBay. So there was a special version of Star Fox which was used as a competition for one of the Nintendo events. And that is really rare because I think the only people who have it are the winners of the contest. Yeah. So if it's that one there, Star Wing competition or Star Fox competition, that is crazy rare. Looks like that. Wow, it looks like there was also this jacket as well. Star Fox Super Weekend leather jacket. Look at that. I want it. It's over £1,000, but look at that. That's awesome. The professor's dying. I don't care. And it looks like there was also a Star Fox Super Weekend pin badge as well. If you've got a spare £1,200, then that jacket is yours. It looks pretty cool though. Look at that. I don't know whether you can see very well on that screen. There you go. Look at that. Not the best photos. You'd think for something that expensive they would take some better pictures. I didn't even know that existed. That's very cool. We have a cart here $899. It's a really cool collector's item. There was also one for Donkey Kong Country as well. Let's see if there's any of them on eBay. Oh no! Good job I have unlimited money in the game. No, there is no Donkey Kong competition cart. I think that one's even rarer, if you ever find that. There you go. There's that can be what you save up for when you get a job. That's your motivation to get back into work, is to get the Star Fox pilot jacket. When I first got paid from my proper office job, I treated myself to something that I'd always been like waiting until I had proper adult money to buy, and I bought myself Terranigma for the SNES, which is one of the rarest SNES games. Because I thought, if I do that, then that's kind of good motivation to keep earning money, and something to remember my first pay for as well. So that was really exciting then. It's cool to have some sort of big goal in mind. Gives you some motivation, doesn't it? Like, I know it's a bit weird, but even like doing YouTube and getting paid from ad revenue, I have like things that I want to buy that I've got listed down. It's like, when I hit that amount, I'm going to be able to do this thing. Like last year I was able to buy my new camera that I'm using completely through YouTube funds, which I never thought would be possible in my wildest dreams until just a few years ago. So the fact that, like, if you put the time and effort into perfecting something, that you actually do get rewarded financially, and that there is a way to do that online. We're so lucky, we don't even realise. Like, I know people complain about ad rates and stuff, but honestly, just the fact that it exists at all is crazy. And the fact that there is the possibility to make a living from doing something you love so easily thanks to the internet, it's just incredible. I will never take it for granted that I get any sort of money for talking about games. It's insane, honestly. And I feel like a lot of people who have made it big don't appreciate the fact that it's possible. Maybe I'm just talking nonsense now, but you know, it's just like, if I told myself when I started YouTube in 2007 that I'd be able to buy like a good Sony camera or a lens or all these expensive games, I would have never believed it. So I'll forever be grateful for YouTube and the opportunities that it gives me. And hopefully it keeps going as well. But the more effort I put in, the more results I'm seeing, so it seems to be working. And I'm not paying attention because I'm supposed to get rid of these first. Yay. I'm kind of sad we're near the end of this game, and I think after this one I've seen all the endings too. But then I'll check out the endless mode. Maybe check out the Fix It Felix game as well, so we can see what some of the other stuff on here is like too. I don't know how I'm going to get through this. maybe I'm not. No, I'm not. Terra Enigma is a great game. Yeah, I want to play it on stream at some point. Well, I'm slowly going to be playing through all of the Quintet games. So, I'm about halfway through Soul Blazer at the minute, which I'm absolutely loving, by the way. If you haven't checked out any of my Soul Blazer streams, definitely check out them, because I've been really enjoying that game. And again, that Soul Blazer was even more expensive than Terra Enigma. There was another game that I'm so grateful that I have, you know, the ability to be able to buy that. And it's a game that I'd been wanting to play for years and years and years, and I just never found the time. So, the fact that I decided this year that I'm going to set aside the time to play through the Quintet games is really exciting. And Soul Blazer is just amazing from what I've played so far. It's fairly simple, especially if you compare it directly to Terra Enigma or Illusion of Time. But taken on its own, it's such a unique game. I love the atmosphere. I love all the random characters and all the random interactions that you have in Soul Blazer as well. It's made me laugh so many times, and I don't know whether that's intentional or not on the developer's part, or whether it's just a weird mistranslations and stuff, but there's something about the game that's special. Even if it's not as technically impressive as Terra Enigma, it definitely has its own style and charm, and it kind of gets overlooked in the trilogy compared to the other two, and I don't think it should be. So I'm definitely going to make a video on why I'm going to do a video on all of them, because I'm actually planning to do a video on ActRaiser soon as well, because that was their first game, and I really enjoyed replaying that on stream too. Yeah, I did part 2 on Tuesday. There's something else for you to go back and watch the VOD. I really enjoyed part 2 as well. There's some weird characters. I missed a bunch of comments there because I've been trying to look. There's definitely people who have no idea how fortunate they are when it comes to being paid on YouTube. It's not that black and white. Yeah. I mean, the majority of people that get paid from YouTube, I know they have put in a ton of effort. Because I think there's a stat going around that the average amount of videos for people who have a silver play button, so that's getting, what's a silver play button? Getting 100,000 subscribers. The average amount of videos for someone who's got a silver play button is 1,000 videos. So like, people who are getting paid good money on YouTube do understand the struggle. I just wonder, because they got that so long ago, that they've kind of forgotten how they got there. But they definitely know the effort they've had to put in. And I will get a play button one day. It is a long-term goal of mine. And I do have a good plan to get there. But I don't want to rush it either, because I do not want to burn out. And I don't want something else really important, and this is something really important to content creation in general. How do I word this? I don't want something to go viral. And that may sound really weird, but if something goes viral, you kind of inadvertently set expectations out of your control. I'm trying to find a way of wording this that would make sense. So basically, if I made a video that was different to normal and it got super popular, people would only expect to see that from the channel. And I don't want my channel to become a single style or a single topic. So I'm actually really happy that it's growing at the speed that it is. which may sound weird, but I don't want it to grow any faster than it's growing now, because I want to make sure that people will be happy with me doing the variety of things that I am, and I don't want to feel not pressured, but I don't want to feel that I can't do something different if I want to without losing a bunch of subscribers and a bunch of people in the community that I'm building up, basically. So actually slow growth is a lot more sustainable, and I feel like over time it will achieve the same end result and I'll feel a lot happier about it. Did that make any sense at all? Or am I just talking nonsense this whole stream? I think it makes sense in my head anyway. I want to be careful about how I'm growing the channel, basically. And I want to do it in a way that won't be to the detriment of me actually making things that I want to make. Because I almost got into that situation when I was doing nothing but homebrew videos, and I don't want to be stuck. Because I know some people, I know some friends who have got stuck because a certain type of video got popular and they got a certain audience, and now they can't escape from that. And I even know people who have made it their full-time career now, and they can't make anything for the passion of it anymore due to the fear of it not living up to their audience's expectations. Which is something that I really don't want to happen. So I'm being very careful with the way that I'm growing my channel. And obviously some of it's outside of my control, but I'm trying to maintain as much control as I can over everything. Maybe I'm just putting way too much thought into it and I should just go with the flow more, but better to be genuine and do what you love slowly but surely. Yeah. There is a balancing act though, and there's a balancing act between just doing something you love and actually stopping and realising what's working and what isn't. Because you can do just what you love, and I've seen channels that do this as well. You can do just what you love over and over again and you'll be satisfied, but there will be no growth at all. Like, there's a bunch of channels that I really enjoy, and I really enjoy watching them, and they do a lot of things like pickups videos and event tours, but and I think this is more down to like self-reflection and introspection. They haven't, I don't mean to sound rude, but they haven't improved their I don't really know how to word this. They haven't improved their appearance outwardly in terms of what someone would actually enjoy watching. So while they're enjoying making their content and they've got their regular viewers that have been there for years and years, because they haven't improved, it feels really dated compared to what's on YouTube these days. And I don't think they... Again, I don't mean to sound rude, but I don't think they've got the self-awareness to know that to understand what they need to change in order to grow. Like, a lot of these channels complain about the algorithm working against them, or the fact that they're growing a lot slower than they wish they were. But at the same time, I've looked at their channels and they're doing the same style, the same titles and thumbnails that worked for them 7 or 8 years ago. And like, I watched one of their videos, the editing is the same as it was, the presentation's the same, or there's very slight improvements, but you have to know, like, you have to change it up, but you also have to be very not strategic. I'm really struggling to express my thoughts here outwardly. you have to understand your own shortcomings, basically. You have to understand, from a viewer's perspective, you have to understand how you come across. You have to understand where you need to improve. And I think a lot of that comes from just thinking rather than doing. And also thinking critically about what you've made before. And actively working on improving it. Because there was a big period of time when I started taking this more seriously in around 2017-ish, when I first moved into my flat. Because I'd been doing videos for years before that, and it grew very, very slowly. Every single time I uploaded a video, I would watch it, I would write down things that I wasn't happy with, and then I would pick one thing, just one little thing. It could be like the way I do the intro, or even a little thing as small as the microphone volume was too loud, or I was speaking too fast, I was speaking too loud, it sounded like I was shouting or whatever. Pick one little thing and then try and improve on it in the next one. And then keep doing that for a few videos, and then move on to the next tiny little thing, so you're not pressuring yourself. And over time, you will just... everything will naturally fit together. And then you'll look back at the old videos. And I do this, I look back at my old ones, even from a few years ago, and I just think, how the hell did anyone watch any of this? It's awful. But at the time I thought it was good, and at the time I knew I was improving, but then you go back a few years later, after you've done all that improvement, and you look again, and you just see the massive leap in quality. And then you understand why you only had, like, 20 subscribers a month instead of 200. And now I'm lucky enough that I've stuck with it long enough to get to a point where all of these little changes have had a knock-on effect, and now I'm making, like, 1,000+ subscribers a month, and it's just... I know that I'm right at the beginning still. And I know that I've still got, like, another... I don't know. I know that I can easily do this for, like, another 10, 15 years. And if I keep putting in the same effort and thought behind it, it's just unimaginable how much better it can be. And I'm not even talking about money, I'm just talking about how I'll feel about it. I think it's important to stick with things over the long term, and actually... I think it's more important to think about your shortcomings. And to think critically about it as well. If you care about growing, that is, anyway, because I know a lot of these channels that have been around since like 2007 or 8 on YouTube, and they're still going. They're happy. They're happy doing what they're doing, even if they do have a smaller audience, so it's not all about growth. But if you do care about growth and personal development, like I was saying earlier, a lot of the skills that I learnt from taking YouTube more seriously have actually helped me out at work. As well, like in terms of presenting or public speaking. I know it's a little bit different between YouTube and public speaking, but it still helped massively. So I'd say, you know, personal introspection is really important. And the same probably goes for music as well, like you were saying. And it's good that you are thinking that way, because that means that you've got more of a chance of it taking off. Or at least understanding your own style more. And creating a style that you can actually be proud of. And it takes a long time, and I don't think there are any shortcuts. I used to think there were. I used to watch and listen to a bunch of podcasts about how to grow on YouTube, and I figured the best way of growing on YouTube was actually just to look internally at what I was actually doing myself. And thinking about that from an outside perspective. Man, I've gone all philosophical on this stream. What's going on today? I don't know if I ever planned to take off. I just like making beats, my friends. That's good, as long as you're happy. Not everything needs to take off. Do you have a SoundCloud or a Bandcamp or anything? Adverts. Not much I can do about that, unfortunately. I don't want to stretch myself too thin, but I would love to learn how to make music one day as well. Well, I did learn a little bit last year because one of my Discord mods taught me how to use Ableton. That was fun, but I just don't have the time without burning myself out. And I've been there before, burnt out, and it was not nice. So I'm very careful these days. I'm not going to get past this level. Is there a delay for anyone else when I'm spinning the blocks? The sound's a bit delayed. Not that it really matters, but I just noticed. I thought I'd fixed it. Fair enough. Maybe there's more of a delay through my headphones because I'm playing this, listening to the audio from the capture card, not the audio from the console itself. That's a good thing, actually. I can't believe that Google basically gives everyone in the world completely free storage space for any amount of videos at any file size or resolution that they want. It's insane. Ah! I have a separate YouTube account that I just use for storing personal videos that I don't want to lose. And they're all just unlisted. I do actually have a personal YouTube channel as well that I was planning to put, like, more conversational topics that aren't gaming related. Kind of like what this stream's been, so I don't know whether I will actually ever use it, but I set it up a while back with the thought so that I could share some insights into things that I've been thinking about. Maybe I will one day. Just completely as and when an idea comes up and I want to share it. Right, I need to remember to get rid of these bombs down here first. How am I going to do this? I need to line up the other ones down there as well. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I won't do any sort of fancy editing or anything, but maybe I can just do some videos where if there's any topics of conversation that I've been thinking about, I can just put them on there. Ah! No, I think it's showing 999 there because I've never actually finished it on this difficulty before, so it's just kind of a default time on there. Oh no! That was close. I'm going to be stuck on this level for ages. I can get rid of that one. Yeah, I don't think there's actually a time limit for the level. I think you just... Well, the time limit is the spinning spikes of death that are coming down from above for some reason. Ah, I'm really struggling on this one though. I do have some bombs to use, but... Can I use another one? That didn't help. Thought I maxed out the timer. If I maxed out the timer, it's because I was just repeating this one level over and over again. Ah! Well, the goal of this version is to just guide the professor into the goal at the bottom of the screen. And it's really intuitive, actually. It's a really cool, simple concept. He just basically always climbs if there's something in front of him, and he constantly moves to the right. And that's literally it. There's like stage hazards in this version in Tetris Plus 2. There's bubbles that you can get stuck in, or there's those spikes at the bottom of the screen. But basically think Lemons with Tetris, and you just have to try and get him down to the bottom. And it's my favourite version of Tetris, honestly. I prefer this over regular Tetris. But until today, when I got this, I've never been able to play this version of Tetris Plus before, because it was an arcade exclusive, but I found out a few years ago that it was included on this console that I'm playing on now. And finally I decided to actually buy it, so I thought I would come here today and play it for a bit, because it's something I've been really excited to play for a long time. And... oh my god, it's getting close. I don't think I'm going to make it. Okay, stay there! Ah! Oh my god, how is he still alive? No! Oh, we were close that time. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, it's such a cool idea. I think when they were designing this out, they just nailed what they were going for. And more than anything, Tetris Plus on the PS1 and the Saturn is the Tetris game that I go back to more than anything. It's not always this difficult though. This is only because I'm playing on the hardest route at the minute. And I was attempting to play through all the levels in this today. I've never played it before, so I don't know what the best solution is. Oh yeah, and you can get rid of the bombs by placing blocks on them. That's something new for this version. I don't know why this game's not on the Switch. I would have loved to see this get a release on the Switch. Okay, we need a straight piece. There we go. And another one. Wow, giving me 3 at once. That's good. That gave us a bit of room from the impending doom above. Oh, that's good. Still need to somehow find a way of clearing the blocks there. Yeah, finally! There you go, that's the goal, to get him to the end. And then you can move on through that door into the next area. Well, that might be the last level, actually. That might be the final level. Did we get all the way to the end? Okay, they placed a crystal and it exploded, and a hidden path shown up. Don't trust the stick. Is there more? Okay, we found a secret level right at the end of the game. Awesome. I was really hoping there would be something else at the end. Yay! Alright, let's see what this is. I'm excited. Secret stage 15. Oh no, bubbles everywhere. The bubbles work by basically holding him in place until you put a block over him, so you might be right at the end, but then you'll have a bubble and it'll stop you from moving. This is going to be really difficult to get through. Let's just try and get rid of all the bubbles first. Right, we have cleared away the bubbles. And I'm running out of space. Where are you going? Ah, if I go really quick! Ah, not quite. I thought I was doing really well then. Okay. This is such an awkward layout. Okay. Alright, that's a good start. I can just leave him there for a minute. Let's try and fill in all the gaps. The best thing to do in Tetris, if there's any gaps, don't put anything above them. Like this column here, these two, these are safe now, but don't put anything in that third one. And like that bit there's safe, at least. Compared to the other one. So there isn't really anywhere good to put that. The annoying thing about this is that it's still classic Tetris underneath, so you don't have the ability to hold pieces, which would be really useful in this style of Tetris. I'm trying to think, is there a better way to try and tackle this? Watch out. He nearly banged his head. Already. Ah! Oh my god, I was too slow. I did better the first time when I wasn't thinking about what to do. He's just stuck under there now. I'll come back for you eventually. I'm so glad I bought this. I've been dreaming about playing this game for like 5 years at this point. I'm so glad I finally ever played it. Even if it was the most convoluted way of finding this game ever. And the only way I found out about it was because the official Tetris website mentioned that there was a home version of Tetris Plus 2 and I didn't even know it existed. And it turns out it's on this really obscure 101 game console. if anyone's curious who didn't catch it earlier, it was on this. A flashback at Games 2019 volume 101. And the only way you can tell if it's the right version or not is it's a tiny little logo there with Tetris Plus 2. Technically, I didn't pay anything because I spent some money that I got from writing an article for Game Boy book on it. So I kind of treated myself as a way of saying well done for writing that, basically. It was 50 quid, so it's not crazy expensive. It's always just something that I never really felt was worth it just for one game. Yeah, it's £50. I think it might be a little cheaper in America because this... I don't think it actually got a release in the UK because it only came with an American plug. So yeah, it's not too bad. You know, it's just something that I never really thought about buying. But then I had some money come into PayPal and I was like, oh, I know what I can get. It's something that's been on my wish list for years. Ever since I found out it existed. I'm really glad I did buy it because I'm having a great time playing it. Oh, this is where the bubbles get really annoying, look. In a normal Tetris Plus round, you would have finished the stage then. But, if I do this... We're so close. I don't know how I'm going to clear that away, though. I need one that goes the other way. No, there's no way of doing it. Ah, so close. We can do it. It's really annoying because those blocks are all above the bottom, so there's no easy way of lining up there. Maybe I'll try and squash things in the corner like that. I don't know what to do with that one. Can I... I don't know whether I'll be able to turn it round. Oh, I can't. No, not further down though. Worth a try. I'm just trying to close any gaps. Okay, that's good. These weird noises he's making. Ah! I thought I was doing okay then. The treasures are just what you find along the way, so I think it's like after every 5 levels or something he picks up a treasure. And the bombs, actually, where he's standing, you can blow up some blocks. I keep forgetting they exist. So maybe that is how we'll get through this. I never used them because you only get 2. So could use a bomb now because he's going to get tracked. It didn't help much, eh? I don't know what to do now. Go on, just climb up. You're dead. Let's try again. Yeah, I am. I always finish RPGs with like 1,000 potions. I never know whether I'm gonna need them or not. The same with anything like Resident Evil. I'll hoard all the ammo and never use any of it. And then like get to the end of the game with like 100 shotgun shells. It's really frustrating. Like, if I could trust the game would keep giving them to me, then I wouldn't be so stingy. Oh, I thought I could twist that one twice. Ah! Oh my god, this level's too hard. Let's keep going. This is the last level, I think. I'm really annoyed, I'll have to come off soon. It's getting late. Ah! I didn't realise he was that high up. I got this. Maybe. I don't even know how to consider going about this one, because there's just so many empty spaces. Maybe the bombs can help if I use them more intentionally. Right. Oh, that might be good. Go down there. It's no good though, look. There's just so many spots. Okay, use a bomb. I can put that down there maybe. It didn't help at all. Okay, use a bomb again. I need to remember I've got the bombs. I'm just going to keep forcing as many lines down as I can. I'm not going to worry about where he is. Oh my god. Yes, this is it. And go. Yeah. Stage clear. Oh my god, it keeps going. Well, that's obvious. I'll just do that to start. Have I ever heard of a game called Dual Hearts? No, I don't think so, actually. By the same devs as Alundra. That's cool. Hey! Doll Drums is still watching too. Thank you. We're getting through this slowly. Even if I'm struggling, I'm having a great time playing this. Oh, yeah, I don't have any bombs to use in this level now because I used them both in the last one. The only way I got through that was by using the bombs. Ah. Oh my god, I hope it's not infinite. I'll still be up at like... I'll be logging into work tomorrow morning. Be like, morning everyone, I was up all night playing Tetris. Oh, I got the bombs back. Cool. Made room for that one. I suppose you should play faster as well because you get more of a chance of dropping down faster then. That might be good down there. Maybe. Did that help? Ah. Oh, I really don't want to put any blocks there. Look how far down there's a gap there. Although actually I only need to go down one more level. Really? That did nothing? Ah! Oh, I messed up. Maybe it's okay. I just need to somehow get rid of the gaps there. There goes the bomb. That was close. So close. Yeah, we did it! Just walk that way! Walk that way! Yay! Stage clear. Woo! Hey, we got some new viewers. Oh, we did it! That's it! 100% complete. You've conquered the most difficult vault. Did we get the treasures? Yes, I'll give you the most valuable treasure in the world. Which is... youth. Apparently. How can you give it to us? Here we go. What? Professor, you became younger, but I guess he messed up. What the... what the hell is this? He turned the professor into a schoolgirl. Oh my god. Wow. Are all the pieces weighted equally? I have no idea. Yay, we did it! That was every single ending in Tetris Plus 2. And just in time as well, because I need to call it a night here. We've been going for 3.5 hours. So that was Tetris Plus 2, and the only official way you can play it as well. I'm so happy that I've got this. And this has actually quickly become one of my new favourite ways of playing Tetris, or at least the Tetris puzzle mode, so woo! Oh, okay, do we get something new? While you're pressing start in the stage select. Yes. Where? While you're pressing start, game over. What does that even mean? How did I come second if I just beat it on the hardest mode there was? Yay! What was that ending? That was unexpected. Spin the stick 3 times. Okay. Right, anyway, before we end this, I wanted to check out the endless mode as well to see whether it's any different. So let's just do this once. Let's start on hard. We can do it on hard. This is a weird outline. Oh wow, that's fast. I wasn't expecting it to be that fast straight away. Let's see how far we can... What is that? N! Okay, there's some weird stuff going on here. I don't know. Stop calling me single. Okay, you have to spell out some letters at the bottom. That's pretty interesting. Why are the blocks changing colour? I have no idea. Why is there a 0 there? This isn't regular endless Tetris. Whoa! No, I had an itch. Maybe starting on hard wasn't a good idea. We can get back, don't worry. Ah! That was my own fault. I spun it round too much. Okay, let's try that again. Right. One more try, then I'm heading off to bed. Don't forget to raid. I don't know anyone to raid. Does anyone have any suggestions for retro gaming streamers? Because I know nothing about Twitch. And I feel kind of bad that I'm not supporting anyone else, but I literally don't know anyone else who streams. Apart from Pass the Plunger. But he's not online at the minute. I don't really watch Twitch at all, so... I'm kind of completely out of this. You've got no one live. If anyone has anyone... Oh my god, I can't look at the chat and play this. Anyway, we're basically done for the night. I'm going to play one round on normal. Okay, and put my name in anyway, just because. You were doing Twitch lingo? I didn't notice anything. Okay, let's do one round on normal, then we'll call it a night. Oh wow, it feels so slow in comparison. Not today, you haven't. Go on, throw some Twitch lingo at me. This is like one of those Gen Z quizzes, like, do you know how the kids talk today? Oh, okay, so as you collect letters in this mode, you end up uncovering part of the background. Background's a bit distracting. What is that weird Looney Tunes noise in the background? Oh, why didn't it turn around? Oh yeah, by the way, I'm using the built-in controller, so sometimes it is a little unresponsive. Hey, we're doing good there, whatever they mean. I wonder if it moves to a different difficulty or something once you've uncovered the picture. Oh, I didn't realise there was a gap there. Okay, one of the issues with this version is that it doesn't let you spin the blocks around if they're too close to the edge of the screen. Ah, wrong way round. Got 2 R's there for whatever that's worth. What's going on now? X Fortune. What does that mean? Chapter 1 clear. Okay. Oh, then we move on to a new picture to uncover. Kek W, Poggers and Pepe hands. I know they exist, but I don't know what they mean. Poggers is if you did something good, right? You should have all been shouting Poggers when I finished the story mode. Kek W, is that when you mess up or something and everyone's like, ah, he's a loser. You know Kek W. What video? Pog means player of game and posters. I know Pog Champs is a chess tournament. You pogged me twice. What does that mean? I feel violated. Get pogged. No, it just sounds like a weird advert for an energy drink or something. Need some energy for your stream? Get pogged! I'm doing a lot better this time. Okay, I messed up twice in a row there. It's kind of slow to move the blocks from one side of the screen to the other. You have to keep tapping it, you can't hold it down. It's kind of refreshing to play classic Tetris though after playing modern rules so often. I didn't know what to do with that one. Ah, I don't want that or that. I'm running out of space. Ah, why did that turn around twice? Okay, we're gonna die. That's it. Game over. Alright, we are going to end the stream there. Thank you everyone who watched this nearly 4 hours worth of playing Tetris. You're all insane. But I really enjoyed playing through the puzzle mode. That was a lot of fun. And I'm very glad that I actually own an official way to play it now. And maybe I'll do a video about this just because it's so unusual to have found this in the first place. I'm just so happy I've got a way of playing this because I've wanted to for so long. Anyway, I'm going to try and see whether there's anyone I can raid. Thank you everyone for joining. I've had some really interesting conversations tonight as well, so thank you for that. Let's see. Pro Jared's streaming. How do people feel about him these days? Okay, found someone that I follow who's playing a NES game. Yeah, Super Dry Drip. It's a bit old and it's falling apart. How's my Riz check? Poggers, am I kept W enough for you guys? Alright. Raid is starting. Yeah, let's not raid Pro Jared. Let's I think he's clear of the controversy, by the way. He had some weird things going on, but it was mostly to do with his wife more than anything. Yay, on drums. Oh, doll drums, sorry, thank you. Uncomfortable banana. Yeah, there was a few uncomfortable things. Anyway, I think we're getting ready to raid. It says 7 people are ready, so bye everyone. Hopefully you're going to go over and watch some NES gameplay by the looks of it. So see you all again on Tuesday for my regular stream where we play Soulbrazer. So moving on. Maybe. I think you've gone. Maybe? I clicked raid channel. Alright, I think everyone's gone. Bye!